This Palledin Balloon Excursion is a documentary of our first balloon flight. We're the passengers. I'm Troy, my wife is Marley, and the Palledin Balloon team consists of our captain Bill and his ground crew. We're watching a test balloon go up here. The gondola was extracted from the trailer. Next comes the balloon, or the envelope as they like to call it. Man, that is a big sack of balloon. The gondola is righted to perform a few checks on its contents. Pre-flight checks are performed on the equipment, and Bill pointed out the transponder. It looks pretty tame now, but when they light this baby, there is no doubt that this is the balloon's engine. Bill goes over everything getting ready. The envelope is spread out from the gondola. All the lines are attached and the rigging set. A big fan is used to fill the envelope with cold morning air. This is really a big balloon. It expands slowly, and I gotta say it's a little chilly standing in front of that fan. Did I mention that it expands slowly? Finally, it begins taking shape. A lot of the balloon is still folded up underneath itself on the ground, so we pull out some of the wrinkles. This kaleidoscope of color is up inside of the inflating balloon. From the outside, you can see that the top of the balloon is being held by one of the ground crew. Captain Bill is checking on the top vent, while Marley poses in front of this growing monster. Here I am checking it out to see how it measures up. Wow, Bill is bringing heat to this baby with a blast from what sounds like a jet engine. Oh yeah, I think that might wake up the neighbors. Sure enough, it sets dogs off barking all around the neighborhood. I step closer to feel the heat. Boy, oh boy, that really is something. It doesn't take too long before she really wants to rise. Balloons are early risers. The cool morning air gives them better lift. Oh yeah, we gotta ride this thing, but Bill forgot to keep his eyes open. Watch out, now he's really lighting this thing up. Oh, and as we left the ground, the sun lit up the inside of the balloon. It looks like the 4th of July up in there. There's the ground crew down there picking up the gear. Now we're up here high enough to start looking around. That hill's a good landmark. We're flying. Well, floating. But we're up, up, and away. There's a new horizon line. And believe it or not, there's another church. Emerald green alfalfa. Looking back from where we started, there's our landmark. Following behind now, there's the church we just flew over. And Marley enjoying the view.
Isn't this a beautiful view of the red hills and the silver reef in the background? From up here, everything looks so peaceful and orderly. I feel so far away from chaos. I think I understand why so many people love ballooning. It has to be the feeling that you're above the mundane and have the vantage point of birds and angels. The sun shining through the envelope makes it glow. I think Troy really likes flying. Can you see the aura around the balloon? It's so hot, it's cool. The Virgin River winds its way across the desert. Cliff Point Drive encircles this terrace new development. The terracing reminds us of Machu Picchu, only there they grew crops instead of houses. This house we flew over about 3 times. We dropped in this little canyon to catch a crosswind so we could change our direction. Kids and dogs are fascinated by our presence. The dogs barked the whole time we were up. The white building in the center is the St. George Temple. The other 2 steeples in the picture are most likely also LDS churches. I don't think you ever really appreciate how red the landscape is until you're this high up. There's the ground crew hoping for us to land here. The balloon had other ideas. Just kidding again. The balloon does not want this adventure to end and decided to hover, but he would not cross the road. Bill made the balloon rise again and took us farther toward the river, where he spotted a likely landing site. So finally, here comes the ground. I wonder how hard we will land. The landing was incredibly smooth. Thank you, Captain Bill. The yellow tarp is to avoid getting stickers in the envelope. Watching the balloon be put away is a sad thing. It means the excursion is really over. Bill is an awesome captain. His stories are so much fun that they add a great flavor to the adventure.